Your Home is proud to support our active and retired military members in any way we can. If you're in need of a new shower or bath, call in now or visit westshorebath.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. And during that consultation, don't forget to ask about our military discount.
You know we love to help you plan your weekends here on 3+U, so that's what we're going to do for you this morning, because whether you are a theater lover or not, you're going to want to go and check out Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at the Chattanooga Theatre Centre. Wendy Tippins joins us this morning. She is one of only four in the cast. I will admit to you, I told Wendy, typically when we do these interviews, I know a little bit about theater. I've never seen Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And your words to me were that you think Edward Albee, the playwright, hates actors.
He must, because it's so heavy. There's so many lines. But the cast is definitely, they're amazing. They're up to the task and they are incredible. There's only 4 people in the show, and it is not for the faint of heart.
Okay, you say that. Why? Because it's an emotional ride?
It's very emotional, it's dark, it's real life. It is in no way for children.
Right.
At all. Do not bring your kids to this.
Can you give us kind of a synopsis then?
Sure.
Since I don't know the show?
Sure. Martha and George. Martha is the daughter of a president of a very prestigious university.
And that's you?
That's me. She drinks too much, she swears too much, she is rowdy, obscene, vulgar. She's married to George, who, when she married him, she fell in love with him, but what she wanted was for him to take over when her father retired one day. And that did not work out as she had planned.
So now she's bitter?
Oh, she's more than bitter. She's bitter on a good day.
Okay.
And they're both very disillusioned. They're both very dysfunctional. They both drink too much. They fight too much. They swear too much. And then Nick and Honey. Nick is a new professor at the college, and Honey is his wife. They came from a faculty party. They've invited them over for nightcaps, and they have their own dysfunction within their marriage, even though they're young. But if they are not careful, they will turn into George and Martha.
Okay, so is it over a period of time?
It is over an evening.
Okay, so they've come for nightcaps, and it's what evolves in the house that night?
A war, basically.
Yeah.
They come in for nightcaps, and everybody, I call it having your ugly. Everybody has their ugly. You know, most people, we don't see it. You might see it, you certainly would see it, you know, in a marriage, in your immediate family, but you don't see it in public. But it's all there. So every piece of disillusionment, every particle of anger, everything is there on both sides.
So, the takeaway can be whatever you want it to be. That's the great thing about theater. But is part of it, do you think, Albee's intent that the younger couple, was it Nick and Honey?
Nick and Honey.
That they could become you. So watch your actions now. Don't.
Right, they could become. They will become them. There's no doubt that they will. It's a very realistic play. You know, it's. As far as relationships go, marriage goes, and the thing about it, it's set in the 60s. We have it set in the 60s.
You had that choice of when you wanted it to be set?
Well, it should be. I mean, you can play it modern, but, you know, in current times, but we kept it in the 60s because we are celebrating the centennial of the theater center. And they did something from, you know, every decade. So they chose Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but society and roles of men and women, especially women, were very, very different back then. The family unit was very different back then. Things that we talk about, or that rather we do not talk about. There was so much you did not talk about.
Right.
And it's very timely.
And yet, you know, I think escapism has its role in the theater, but sometimes it's good to go and wallow in the reality of life a little bit.
I think it's important that people look at the reality. Personally, I love performing in the circle. I love dramatic.
Oh, is that where you do it?
It's in the circle. It's in the circle.
So it's highly intimate.
Oh, it is so intimate. People are from me to you. Very
Wow.
intimate, yes.
Okay, to that end, she was telling me that y'all are all on stage, or one of the characters,
George.
is on stage.
George.
Who is Josh Rubin.
Josh Rubin, yes, Josh Rubin.
The whole time, except for just a couple of scenes.
Yeah, not even a scene, just a couple of, I don't know, pages maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, he's on stage the entire time, and to his credit, Josh stepped into this production late.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure how he does it, but he is amazing. Everybody in this cast, being on stage with him, and I've been doing theater in Chattanooga for over 45 years. It is seamless.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because in all shows the chemistry is important, but I would think that the complete glue that y'all have with each other almost helps build that chemistry. You can't really breathe without the other.
You can't. And it was great because Suzanne Smart did such a great job of casting. She is truly a casting genius. And we just, between like myself, you know, my character, and George, Josh's character, we're married, and it's though, like if we're sitting around and we're getting notes, and you know, wherever the scene is ended, I'm leaned up against him, his arm around me. We look like, even when we're not doing the show. Yeah. And then I also have a scene with Ford Knox. He plays the younger professor, and it is very, very steamy.
Wow.
Very steamy. And you can only be convincing in those scenes if you're totally comfortable with a person you're acting opposite of and trust them. And
so if anybody watching even did high school theater, you know, you sometimes have those moments on stage where you almost levitate out of your body, kind of. I mean, you feel it.
Right.
They aren't always consistent.
Right.
But you get those little snippet moments where you're aware of the specialness of it.
Right.
Do you have those
oh,
moments?
I knew the first read through. I knew.
Really?
I knew. That it is that way. It's not even like it's not even like you have to try with these people in this show to act. It's just immediately you step there and you're there.
So I'm enjoying talking to you about it on this level as opposed to the nuts and bolts of the show itself and everything, because I think it is the celebratory year, the anniversary year for the Theater Center. And I think it's important to remind people of the fact that y'all have brought, as a group, this gift to the community for all of these years, and that there is something for everybody.
There is something for everybody. But no children. No,
not at this show.
No, I know what you're saying. No, yes, there is. The Theater Center has worked very hard to bring something for everybody. And as far as the nuts and bolts of the show goes, like I said, it's very realistic. It is as though you are a voyeur and you're watching an evening.
Are you hoping that when it ends, and opening night, by the way, is this Friday?
It's this Friday, yes.
That when it ends, there's just silence as opposed to applause? Is there a party that almost hopes you've got the audience by the throat so
we'll
much?
have them by the throat, and it will. When it ends, it's pretty much, you know, it is silence. It's very, the finality of it is.
Okay, so you've got 3 weekends. Those are your chances to go.
That's
so
right.
Opening night is this Friday. It's legendary people in town. Who are a part of it in all ways, on stage and
Lindsay
off.
Wills, it is Ford Knox and Josh Rubin.
Okay, and then of course you.
Yes.
So here's where you get your tickets, theatercenter.com. Don't forget they're RE, both words.
Right.
You can call the box office, 267-8534, but this one is the theater in the round.
Yes,
the
it is
Circle
in the
Theater.
round.
So that means there are fewer seats.
Yes, there are fewer seats.
So don't wait. Opening night is this Friday, and then it runs. Is it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday run all the weekends?
It is the opening will be Friday and Saturday, and then we'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, so you'll have more opportunities.
Right, you will.
We'll break a leg.
Thank you.
Thanks for telling us no children.
No children.
When conditions are right for severe weather, the Local 3 Storm Alert team issues a Storm Alert Weather Day, giving you early warning to keep your family safe. Count on us to keep you constantly updated online, on air, and on the Local 3 Weather app. Download it today.
Since